Hey guys, my name is James Erickson.
And I'm Andres Erickson, and welcome back to... Have you ever played a game that was so bad you wanted to throw it in the toilet and flush it and never see it again?
Yes.
Well, that's what we're talking about today. We're talking about two games each that just kind of stunk really bad. And we're just gonna, just for fun, talk about why they were so horrible and what kind of impression they left on us and such. So yeah, let's get started.
The first game I'm going to talk about today was a game that I expected a lot more from until I played it, and that was Disney Infinity 2.0. I think I bought this game about a year and a half ago, or maybe almost 2 years ago. Disney Infinity, to me it looked like a fun game because you could create games, and it was a sandbox game, and I really like sandbox games. So one day we were out shopping and I had a lot of extra money for some reason. I don't remember why. But,
for some reason.
And I thought my kids would also find it fun to watch because they like to watch me play some games. And I wanted to play it, so I bought it. There was a sort of an excitement because I had never played it before and I wanted to get to know it, and I had these expectations for the game that had me excited because I thought, oh, it's a sandbox game, it's really popular apparently, where could this go wrong? Slowly I started realizing that the game was full of almost game-breaking bugs. Some of the tools I would use would just randomly stop working. You could not use them unless you reset the game. Sometimes certain things wouldn't spawn that were also game-breaking. And I started realizing that the combat was really slow. So it started to become really disappointing, but I wanted to get the most out of it. And so I would create worlds, and I would learn how to create games in Disney Infinity. And I started realizing that, you know, this is a game kind of made for kids, but it was really, if you wanted to make a good game, it was really complex. And I can't imagine a kid learning everything you need to know about Disney Infinity to create games and stuff. But it was really the game-breaking glitches. The combat was slow. I tried playing multiplayer online, and it was also buggy, and it was really not fun. I think we played together, and it was fun for like an hour, but there's only so much you can do because it just takes a lot of work to play the game, and so I was very, very disappointed.
So one of the worst games I've ever played was kind of recent, if you can guess what that is, and that was 1-2 Switch. And I don't know why I hate it so much, but I think the one thing that gets me is it's the type of game that should come on a console or just be a free download. And even if it was free, it wouldn't be that fun because there's not that much to it. But the fact that you have to pay $50 for it, the same amount of money that I paid for like my Super Smash Bros. And like Mario Kart 8 and stuff like that. Well, I guess that was 60, but
close to it.
Yeah, but like even Snipper Clips was cheaper, and Snipper Clips was way more fun. Like 1-2 Switch, you just do these little mini games, and they're not fulfilling at all, and there's no skill or strategy, and it's like you basically just move your hands certain ways for them, and then the acting is kind of cheesy, and it's just, I don't know. I just really didn't like it. It's not. No, it is pretty bad. It's a bad game. I just don't like it at all.
The next game I'm going to talk to you about may offend some of you, including Andres himself. It's on this list because I really can't think of games
I'm trying to guess what
that are so bad. I haven't ever played a game that was terrible. It was just trash. It was so bad. And so
I have.
The games that, you know, I'm talking about today were just severely disappointing to me. And the one I'm describing now is Mario Galaxy 2.
Oh gosh, you're gonna get so much hate in the comments.
And I was trying to think hard about this before I wanted to share it on this video because a lot of people like it. And the reason I just really, really didn't like it was because it was a 3D Mario platformer. It was supposed to be like Super Mario 64. It was supposed to be another Sunshine. It was supposed to be Mario Galaxy, which I don't really like Mario Galaxy 1 that much, but that's another one of my opinions. But this game was just, and I've talked about this before, so I won't go into too much detail in it, but it disappointed me so much just because it really didn't have a lot of content. It was another Super Mario 3D World minus Toad, Peach, and Luigi and Rosalina.
Mario 3D World was a great game.
Right, but Mario 3D World's not a main Super Mario 3D
it's not like a
platformer.
solo Mario game.
Yeah. And another reason why I didn't like either Mario Galaxy that much, I didn't prefer the spaciness, I guess the mechanics of trying to jump around when the gravity's moving you around a planet. It did make me frustrated a lot, more frustrated than anything in Super Mario 64 or Super Mario Sunshine. A lot of you guys are probably hearing me right now and thinking, like, there are so many more worse games than that one, James. Yeah. And I know. But I don't play a lot of trash games. If I think a game is bad or if it gets bad reviews, I just don't play it. And so Super Mario Galaxy, I didn't really know much about it. I just played it because I played number 1 and I thought, I'll just play number 2. And then I actually really didn't like it. And Andre or Nathaniel wants me to play it. And there were many times where I would play it only because he wanted to, and I would end with, okay, I'm done with this. And now I don't even play it anymore. Like, he sometimes will ask me, and I don't, because it frustrates me that much, I guess. I don't know.
This last one is probably the worst game on this list, and also the least memorable, and also completely irrelevant to modern times. And it's Charlie's Angels. I think that's all it's called. It's Charlie's Angels.
I was thinking about that, but for some reason didn't choose it. But that's
I was almost gonna not choose it because I was like, it's such a boring, insignificant, stupid little game. It's not even exciting to talk about.
That game is so bad.
But it's just coincidentally, Watch Mojo, they do top 10 lists, and they did a 10 worst video games based on movies, and that was one of them, and I was like, oh my gosh, I hated that game. There's one time we rented it. I don't know why we rented that and not something else, but
it was because of our little sisters.
Yeah,
Karina and Lily. I'm pretty sure they were the ones that wanted it.
Yeah, and like literally all you do is punch and kick the entire time. I'm not even exaggerating. You just punch and kick these faceless enemies. They never get any harder. They're super easy. There's no strategy. There's no you just beat. I don't even remember, but that's all you do is punch and kick. Punch, kick, punch, kick. That's it. That's all the game is. There's nothing redeemable about it. It's horrible.
It was so boring. And
really
I think
boring.
if I remember correctly, every level was exactly the same, but you were in a different setting and your costume was different. That's
all it was. And they knew stupid kids would buy it because they liked the movie. Maybe. Even
which is funny
really
because it wasn't a kid movie either. No. Alright, that was some of the worst games we've played. Let us know what you guys think about our opinions there. But from there, we're going to transition to the question we asked you last episode. We're going to be reading viewer comments.
And last week we asked... I choked on a peanut. Okay. Last week we asked you guys what some of the worst games you've ever played are and why, and now we're going to read your responses. Radioactive Ampharos says, the worst game I've ever had to play was the Rabbids game for the Wii U. Did you have to play it? Did someone force you? That sucks. I have heard those games aren't very good. Now they're making a Mario Rabbids game.
RPG or whatever.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
We'll see. Brandon Lowry, The Queen, The Witness. Worst video game that I have ever played is Paper Mario Sticker Star for various reasons. One, following perfect games such as Paper Mario 1 and Paper Mario 1000 Year Door. This was one of the biggest letdowns ever. Finally, we thought we had a Paper Mario on handheld, then we got this mess. The huge disappointment is what made it such a terrible game. They removed one of the people's favorites part of the game, the partners in battle. They literally made battles pointless as you got nothing from it. No experience, no skills, anything. What? I've never played it, but that sounds stupid.
I think I've heard that about that game. I can't remember if it's that one. I think it is.
Overall, Perhaps. It is a very bland game. Even the climax of the game sucks. It was the dullest experience ever coming from such high expectations.
Yikes. Oh gosh, I'm not going to read this paragraph. I'm just going to skim it real quick. Crew. Super Plush Crew says the worst game he's ever played is Mario Party 9. This game ruined the Mario Party series. And then he just rants and talks about how bad it is. He basically talks about how unique the boards were in the old ones, and that the car mechanic ruined like Mario Party, and I totally agree. Like some of the mini games,
both of us agree.
Yeah, some of the mini games in Mario Party 9 were good, but like those like 7 or 8 mini games can't save the entire game. And I think like even I bought it, and I played some of the. I used to play the mini games with my sister sometimes, but I never touched story mode because it was so like I hated it. It's not strategic anymore, and you don't just randomly get little stars and you're all in the same car, but that's old news. I mean, I feel like we've complained about this a million times.
Monkey Man. As for the worst game, I'll have to say was Bionicle Heroes on the DS. And then Monkey Man, you wrote this entire book about it. I can't read the whole thing. Go back to the previous episode of this and read Monkey Man's thing about Bionicle Heroes. But basically, he's just saying like the controls were garbage. The AI was really pathetic. And there were a lot of graphical issues and stuff like that, which are all. I mean, if you're having issues in all those areas, maybe you shouldn't have even made the game.
I know, right?
So, anyways, Mr. Gamer 9, the worst game. My worst game was Star Fox Zero. The bosses were crazy hard, and don't get me started about the final boss, Andros. That rhymes. Yeah, that does rhyme. I've heard a lot of negative criticism on Star Fox Zero.
I really wanted that to be good too, and I guess it wasn't.
So did I, but when you copy and paste an old game and try to make it good,
I know.
Not much can be done there, I guess.
Yeah. Kingdom Hearts ZYX says one of the worst games I ever played was Mario 64 DS. I love the concept, but the controls are awful, and I'll stick with the N64 version. And no, it's not the nostalgia either, as I didn't play the N64 version until last year, and I've had the DS version since I was 8.
I don't remember. I played Mario 64 on the DS.
I did too. I liked it.
And I don't remember hating it at all, but I also don't really remember the comparison of the controls. Yeah. But I guess there's a difference.
Yeah, I mean the one for the N64 was so good that I don't think I minded the one for the DS, but I remember playing the mini games on the DS a lot because I thought they were really fun.
Oh,
where you like try to put the heads on the bodies in the bomb game where you like organize the pink and the black bombs. I thought those were really fun. They were just really addicting.
I don't even remember that. I think I only played the one for the DS because I thought it was just really cool that they had. I think it was at that point in my life I was like, this is so cool. They put a game from Nintendo 64 on the DS.
Yeah.
And I think I was just overtaken by that. Sasha Sharovsky. I think I tried to say your name last episode.
Sharovsky.
Sharovsky.
Agon Pogotovny.
I was just about to say that. Alright, the worst game I've ever played was Pokemon X, and that pains me. I read this earlier. It wasn't about how the game played. I've seen worse, but my expectation after playing through every other generation made it crumble like someone trying to pronounce my last name. The story and characters could have been way better, but they focused too much on look at how pretty this is and forgot to make a Pokemon game.
Makes sense.
Sasha, I understand what you're saying. I completely disagree though, but I will give you this. You have played all the other generations. I've only played Generation 1 and 2 before I played Pokemon Y. And so I really liked Pokemon Y because I felt like it went back to how Pokemon Generation 1 and 2, I guess, were. And maybe that's actually why you did not like it, because you played all the other generations. So I understand what you're saying, but I thought that was really funny that the worst game you played was Pokemon X. And you have a reason for it, so, but I love Pokemon Y, so yeah.
Witherama 8 says Mario Tennis Ultra Smash. Oh yeah. Where is competition mode? Mega Mushrooms are way too OP and the amiibo support is lazy. Finally, the knockout mode is very boring. Anyway, is this going to be a video? Oh, Yes, this is going to be a video.
God, I was so disappointed with Mario Tennis Ultra Smash.
So I mean, the other Mario Tennis for Game Boy was, maybe I'm biased, but I loved that game.
That was the best one I've ever played.
Yeah, and then the one for the GameCube was good, and Nintendo was good, and then Ultra Smash, they just kind of took everything away, and it looked really good, and I'm sure the gameplay was all right, but there just wasn't anything else to it. It was just like, that was it.
It came out during the era of Nintendo putting out just random copy and paste games lacking content. It came out with like the Mario Party 10 and what's it called? We just talked about it.
Sonic Boom and
Star Fox Zero.
Star Fox, yeah.
And then all the Amiibo. I don't know Nintendo. What the heck, Nintendo?
They were like, we just need to release the Switch already.
You guys were panicking. You guys were panicking at that point, and you just released crap. So, anyways.
So next time on Erickson Exchange, we're going to be talking about E3, since E3 will be coming up once that episode airs. So our question for you is, what's your dream game you would love to see revealed at E3? And it doesn't have to be realistic, doesn't have to be something that's actually going to come out, but something that if it was revealed and they surprised us with a trailer for that, you would be so happy, and just like tell us a little bit why, and then yeah, do that. Okay, now we're going to transition right into play of the week.
Navi. He's probably gonna boop a bunch off the cliff. No, he's our friend.
Jeez. You booped two of them off.
If you'd like to share your plays of the week with us, be sure to send your plays to ericksongamingthings@gmail.com, or you can upload or post a link to them in our Discord server in the Plays of the Week section, which is in the description of this video. You can find our Discord server.
Yep. Thanks guys for watching. If you like this video, give it a like. If you also like this video, it would be awesome if you could share it with all the friends that you ever had in your lifetime. We would appreciate that. And that's all I really have to say. Join us on our Twitter, please, and our Instagram. We're trying to be more useful there. We kind of just start trying to, we're trying to be a little bit more voicey, I guess, if that's a word, on Twitter and Instagram. So
it is now.
If you are obsessed with Instagram and Twitter and you can't stop looking at it and scrolling, then add us to your news feed so that you're there for another minute.
At Erickson Gaming, no spaces. Right here.
That's all we got. So everyone watching this, go eat a pizza and pet your pet. Bye.
Peace.